first down. Newton. And his first pass is incomplete. Leonard Hankerson, his intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. A strong running. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Detroit! Let's go!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Malcolm Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Newton. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Third and long, it's Newton. He's got time in the pocket. He finds Quick. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter, punch it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third manageable with that run.
He won't go down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On the ground, this is Lacey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Back to throw here. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
On second down, Lacey. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lacey, 35 yards. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jets. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, it's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 15 that time, and it's first down, New York.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on first down. And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And he's able to take it across midfield before. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. One back is Lacey. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Danny Woodhead is intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it with Lacey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Antonio Brown, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Carl Klug in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Buying time to his left. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he decided.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. A final shot before the break. Newton forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man now is Danny Woodhead. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. They start the second half with Lacey. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And quickly, they get to the line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Baker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am full.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.